The man who forgot how to say no. From the vault of Adi Maitreya. To the world, Arvind was the perfect man, the one who always smiled and never complained about anything. For 10 long years, he lived his life like a machine, waking up to a world that only took from him. At the office, his boss piled endless files on his desk without a single word of appreciation or thanks. His colleague Samir spent hours complaining about his own stress, never once asking how Arvind was actually doing. When he returned home, he became the pillar for others, spending his evenings listening to Mrs. Kapoor's loneliness. He spent his free time fixing leaking pipes and carrying heavy groceries for neighbors who barely knew his name. He became the person everyone leaned on, but he realized he had absolutely no one to lean on himself. A heavy weight grew inside his chest, a soul tiredness that no doctor or X-ray could ever detect. One Tuesday in a crowded subway, the noise of the city suddenly felt like a physical blow to his mind. The shouting and constant demands became too much. Arvind didn't scream, he simply decided to stop everything. He walked out of the station, left his phone on a cold metal bench, and walked away from the city. Samir called him a coward for running away, but Arvind was actually running away from a broken version of himself. He traveled far past the concrete jungles until he found a small, silent cabin by a frozen, shimmering lake. At first, the silence was terrifying. He kept waiting for someone to ask him for a favor or criticize him. He felt a strange guilt for not being useful to anyone, as if his only value was in serving others. As weeks passed, he stopped performing and explaining. He spent hours simply watching the snow fall in peace. He rediscovered the smell of old books and the calming sound of his own breathing in the stillness. He finally learned that true strength isn't about carrying everyone's luggage, but knowing when to put the bags down. Looking at his reflection in the still water, the tired man was gone, replaced by someone he finally recognized. Arvind returned home and learned to say no, discovering that people loved him for who he was, not what he did.
Awaken your spirit. Come, be a part of this profound journey toward enlightenment.